Our bodies are capable of the most incredible things. We often take for granted the complex systems working together to keep us alive and functioning. But sometimes, our bodies do things that seem almost magical, things we don't fully understand. These strange and fascinating reactions, from goosebumps to tears, are part of what makes us human. Let's delve into the science behind some of these mind-blowing body responses that you probably never knew about. Have you ever wondered why your skin prickles when you're cold or afraid? Or why your cheeks turn crimson when you're embarrassed? These involuntary reactions are more than just quirks. They are windows into the intricate workings of our physiology. Join me as we unravel the mysteries behind these curious bodily functions, exploring the science that makes us tick. Get ready to be amazed by the magic within. We've all felt them, those tiny bumps that erupt on our skin when we're cold or experiencing strong emotions. Whether it's a chilly breeze, a haunting melody, or a sudden fright, these little bumps are a universal human experience. But what exactly are goosebumps, and why do we get them? This seemingly simple reaction has a fascinating background rooted in our biology and evolutionary history. Goosebumps, scientifically known as piloerection, occur when tiny muscles at the base of our hair follicles contract, causing the hairs to stand erect. This process is controlled by the autonomic nervous system, which governs involuntary bodily functions. This reaction is a remnant of our evolutionary past, a time when our ancestors were covered in fur. In those days, this reflex served a critical purpose. Back then, when faced with cold temperatures, these erect hairs would trap a layer of air close to the skin, providing insulation. This natural barrier helped to maintain body heat, crucial for survival in harsh climates. Similarly, when confronted with danger, the raised fur would make our ancestors appear larger and more intimidating to potential threats. This could deter predators or rivals, giving them a better chance of survival. While we no longer sport a full coat of fur, the reflex remains, giving us the characteristic goosebumps we experience today. It's a fascinating example of how our bodies retain vestiges of our evolutionary journey. Interestingly, goosebumps aren't limited to our bodies. They can appear in various places, including some unexpected ones. We even get them on our faces and scalps. This might come as a surprise to many, but it's true. The sensation on our faces might be less noticeable due to shorter, finer hairs, but the mechanism is the same. The tiny muscles at the base of each hair follicle contract, causing the hair to stand up. Even the tingling sensation on our scalp when we hear a chilling sound or experience a sudden thrill is a form of goosebumps. This reaction can be triggered by a variety of stimuli, from emotional responses to physical sensations. It's a reminder that even though we've evolved, our bodies still carry traces of our primal past. These small, seemingly insignificant reactions connect us to our ancestors and the natural world in ways we might not always realize. Next time you feel goosebumps, take a moment to appreciate this remarkable reflex. It's a testament to the intricate and fascinating history of human evolution. Whether it's from a spine-tingling story, a beautiful piece of music, or a sudden chill, goosebumps are a universal human experience that transcends cultures and ages. Scientists continue to study this phenomenon to understand more about our nervous system and how our bodies respond to different stimuli. Each discovery adds another layer to our understanding of human biology. So the next time you shiver and feel those tiny bumps rise on your skin, remember that you're experiencing a piece of history, a connection to our ancestors who roamed the earth long before us. In a world that's constantly changing, it's comforting to know that some things, like goosebumps, remain the same. They remind us of our shared humanity and the incredible journey of evolution that has shaped who we are today. That sudden feeling of warmth in your cheeks, the telltale flush that betrays your embarrassment or shyness, we've all been there. It's a universal experience, one that transcends age, gender, and culture. Whether you're giving a presentation, meeting someone new, or caught in an awkward situation, that rush of blood to your face can be both a physical and emotional reaction. Blushing is an involuntary reddening of the face, often accompanied by a feeling of warmth and sometimes even sweating. This reaction can be quite intense, making you feel even more self-conscious. But what causes this universal human response? Why do our bodies react this way, seemingly beyond our control? The answer lies in a surge of adrenaline. Adrenaline, also known as epinephrine, is a hormone and neurotransmitter that plays a crucial role in the body's fight-or-flight response. When we experience a situation that triggers embarrassment, our bodies release adrenaline, a hormone that prepares us for fight or flight. This response is deeply rooted in our evolutionary history, designed to help us react quickly to threats. Adrenaline causes blood vessels to dilate, increasing blood flow to our muscles and preparing us for action. This increased blood flow is what gives us the energy and strength to either confront or escape from danger. This dilation also affects the blood vessels in our face, causing the capillaries near the surface of our skin to expand and fill with blood, resulting in the characteristic blush. The face, being rich in blood vessels, is particularly prone to this reaction. Interestingly, blushing varies significantly from person to person. Some people may experience a mild pinkish hue, while others might turn a deep shade of red. Some people blush easily, their faces turning crimson at the slightest provocation, such as a compliment or a minor mistake, while others rarely blush at all. These individuals might remain composed and unflustered even in the most embarrassing situations. This difference in blushing intensity is likely due to a combination of factors, including genetics, personality, and even cultural norms. For instance, some cultures may place a higher value on modesty and humility, which can influence how often and how intensely people blush. Whatever the reason, blushing remains a fascinating example of the intricate connection between our bodies and minds. It's a reminder of how our emotions can manifest physically, often in ways we can't control. So the next time you feel that telltale flush, remember that it's just your body's way of responding to the world around you. Embrace it, because blushing is a natural and human response, one that connects us all in our shared experiences of vulnerability and emotion. Sweating is another one of those bodily functions we don't always enjoy, but it's crucial for our survival. It's a natural process that our bodies have perfected over millions of years of evolution. Without it, we wouldn't be able to regulate our internal temperature effectively, which could lead to overheating and serious health issues. When our body temperature rises, whether due to exercise or a hot environment, our sweat glands kick into action, producing perspiration that evaporates from our skin, taking heat with it and cooling us down. This process is known as evaporative cooling, and it's one of the most efficient ways our bodies manage heat. The sweat glands, which are distributed all over our skin, work tirelessly to ensure we maintain a stable internal environment. But sweating isn't just about regulating temperature, it's also our body's way of flushing out toxins and waste products. When we sweat, we release a variety of substances, including urea, ammonia, and other metabolic byproducts. This detoxification process helps to keep our internal systems clean and functioning optimally. In fact, many people use saunas and steam rooms specifically to induce sweating for this very reason. What's interesting is that we sweat in different situations, not just when we're hot. For instance, we also sweat when we're nervous or anxious. This type of sweat is known as emotional or stress-induced sweating, and it serves a different purpose than the sweat we produce when we're physically active. We sweat when we're nervous or anxious, and this type of sweat is different from the sweat we produce when we're exercising. Emotional sweat is produced by the apocrine glands, which are located primarily in the armpits and groin area. This sweat contains more proteins and fatty acids, which can lead to a stronger, often unpleasant odor when broken down by bacteria on the skin. Emotional sweat comes from different glands and contains more proteins and fatty acids, giving it a distinct, often unpleasant odor. This is why we might notice a change in our body odor when we're stressed or anxious. The apocrine glands become more active during times of emotional stress, releasing sweat that can contribute to body odor. This is why we might notice a change in our body odor when we're stressed or anxious. Deodorants and antiperspirants are often used to manage this type of sweat and its associated odor. Deodorants work by masking the smell, while antiperspirants reduce the amount of sweat produced by blocking the sweat glands. And have you ever noticed that your sweat tastes salty? That's because sweat isn't just water. It also contains electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and chloride. These electrolytes are essential for maintaining fluid balance and proper muscle function in our bodies. That's because sweat isn't just water. It also contains electrolytes like sodium. When we sweat, we lose these important electrolytes along with water, which is why it's crucial to replenish them, especially during prolonged physical activity or in hot weather. Electrolytes help to regulate nerve and muscle function, hydrate the body, balance blood acidity and pressure, and help rebuild damaged tissue. When we sweat, our bodies lose both water and electrolytes, which is why it's so important to stay hydrated, especially during physical activity or in hot weather. Drinking water and electrolyte-rich beverages can help to replace what is lost through sweat, ensuring that our bodies continue to function properly. Hydration is key to maintaining energy levels, cognitive function, and overall health. So the next time you break a sweat, remember that it's your body's way of keeping you cool, clean, and functioning at its best. Embrace the sweat, knowing that it's a sign of your body's incredible ability to maintain balance and health. Whether you're working out, dealing with stress, or simply enjoying a hot day, sweating is a natural and essential part of being human.